That's nice. Thank you so much, YouTube. I don't know what the hell happened. I'm sorry, guys. But I'm just gonna continue this and see how far it goes. So. Okay. I really wish that hadn't happened, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, that's just how internet works. Okay, what was I doing? I need 4 for those. Okay, so this part, the hidden forest. Now, this whole area is covered by a mist, as you see. Now, there's enemies here that are like apparitions, but they're really tough enemies. So, my advice would be to not traverse this forest normally, like how you would. Like, don't even try to explore it like this. There's actually a mini boss as causing this mist to be placed here. So what you want to do is just run through this whole forest, because if you try to explore it, believe me, you are going to end up dying a shitload of times. And there's actually a headless in this forest, which I would avoid at all costs. So don't even bother going down there, because you're going to die. So I'm just gonna show you guys two mini bosses actually, and then I might just call it a night. You really out here disrespecting me. You fucking bastard. Alright, bitch. You couldn't even let me have a decent conversation, asshole. Can't trust chickens in this game. Yeah, I know. Someone who causes Buddha, blah blah blah. Alright. Well, yeah, get rid of all the roosters before you talk to somebody, otherwise they're gonna knock your shit in. Assholes. I ain't fighting shit. Okay, so from here, just keep going all the way, like, just here. Mostly all to your left. Don't even try to fight any of the enemies here, because it's not worth it at all. So just come up here. When you see this, just grapple onto that branch up there, because this is the safe way to go. Okay, so here we're going to counter another mini boss we get a prayer from. But first, try to get rid of the monkeys here. Simply because it's gonna make it easier for you. No. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a death blow meter off of him too. He's not a very difficult boss fight, because he's kind of like Juzu the drunkard that you fought in Hirata State. He's pretty much the same way mechanically wise, but obviously, you know, it's been a while since that fight, so you might forget some little things. Bitch. So, I'm gonna use a gadget sugar just to get past him. So you want to come up here and be behind him. Oh my god, that would be terrible if he was in this game. one death blow off of him, so now I only have to deal with one of his health bars, which is good. Now all you want to do, you can try to deflect all his sword attacks if you want, but he does take a shitload of your posture, so I wouldn't recommend doing it all the time. Ow, I shouldn't have gone to the side. Why did I do that? Oh yeah, you know how it is. When you see that, always sidestep. Ow. Don't touch me. Oh yeah, that, you know how it is, Alex. I mean, you have a lot more experience with that than I do. Don't kill me, don't kill me. Go. And another prayer bead. Awesome. Okay. Wasn't too horrible, but it wasn't the best at the same time. Still, we did it. Like I said, with him, just try to deflect all of his attacks and try not to get hit, because like you saw, he takes a big chunk of your health and you could easily die with 2-3 sweeps max. So yeah, just try to be as careful as possible. So we would want to come up here, because this is where the mini boss that actually is affecting this whole area is. If you don't kill him, you are never going to get out of this forest. This is actually the easiest mini boss in the whole damn game. To be honest, the easiest boss in the whole game, period. You don't need much to beat this guy. Like, he's so easy. All you have to do is just swing at him and just kill him. That's literally it. Boom. And that's it. So when you kill him, all this mist goes away. And now is when you can actually explore, you know, the whole forest if you want. The only thing that doesn't go away when the mist dies is the headless. That's the only thing that stays. But like I said, I'm not going to tackle any one of those until endgame, so I'm definitely avoiding him at all costs for now. Because he is not an enemy to be trifled with. So just try to collect all the little collectibles that you couldn't before. Which is a lot. You know. So yeah, so that we could just move on. That's it. Like, hidden forest is not a long area. It just feels long because if the first time you come here, naturally you're just gonna want to explore, like every other place, right? But you realize you keep dying and dying and dying to the same shit, and you feel like there's no way out. So now you know that there is a way out. You just have to kill the Mist Noble to be able to, you know, get out of that shit. Imagine someone's skull appears out of nowhere, a whole lightning storm appears. That'd be badass as fuck. Shit, I'd easily cheese through every single boss. Now, the reason I say that I prefer doing Mimu Village before Guardian Ape again was because of the apparitions. Had I beaten Guardian Ape, in this specific part, there would be 2 apparitions already shooting at me. Which makes coming here just a lot more difficult. Obviously, this terrain is not exactly the best to be able to do close combat or even try to do flexible combat anyway. So I would not recommend. So that's why I prefer to do this first and leave Garden Ape for last. It's just easier on me personally. So here, it's another merchant, another one of the mob guys. So he has a very important item that I personally love getting, which is the mottled purple gourd, because it reduces terror status buildup and it increases terror resistance, which is very, very helpful. So aside from the pacifying agent, you can get this. Now I would definitely recommend getting that. That's very helpful. And like I said, every time you encounter one of these mobs, get all the pellets that you can, because the more the merrier, you know. So, and the treasure carp scales are important in your first playthrough because they allow you to get two very important rare upgrade materials that you don't find until maybe the last area of the game. So I would definitely recommend buying those because you will need them if you want to upgrade all your prosthetic tools to their max, you know. So let's see. I should have money. I do actually. There we go. So I'm gonna buy this because this is gonna be very important. And I'm gonna buy the 2 scales. And one of the gatching sugars, because why not? You can never have enough gatching sugars. That's probably the only sugar, because it's the best one to use. So with this guy, he has another treasure carp scale over there, so we're gonna beat him. Come on. Also, the first time you encounter this guy, don't be surprised if you die to him, because he is very difficult, considering that when he does that attack, it's filled with poison. So he can inflict you with poison by contact, which is really annoying. So always avoid that. Always sidestep when you see him use his hand like that. Otherwise, you're going to get poisoned really, really fast. Yeah, like I said, I'm making that look pretty easy because I've already done this before. But you will die to him quite a few times because I know I did. Or, you know, you might not. You might be a lot better, which is awesome, you know. So these guys, I'm not particularly sure why, but when you kill them, they don't actually stay dead. So I'm just going to assume that they're kind of like apparition type enemies because they always come back in a way. I don't exactly know too much of the lore behind this place, but yeah. Oh yeah, poison is definitely the worst, but I feel like, to be honest, all the statuses in this game are so terrible because they build up so fast. You know, like, burn status is horrible because it builds up really fast. Terror, for sure, is one of the worst. Poison is bad. Shock is bad. I mean, yeah, they're all dangerous. So you definitely always want to be prepared for every case, you know. Actually, I realized I had a gore seed, and I actually haven't given it to Emma. So we're going to go back to Kuro's room and give this gourd seed to Emma so I could have 7 gourds. I completely have forgotten about that. Oh god, Frenzy in Bloodborne is the worst. Absolute worst. Especially because when you first encounter Frenzy, you don't really have the option to buy sedatives yet. So you sadly probably have to learn the hard way when you die from that shit, which is so bad. You know, the cool thing is that at least the armor that has pretty good frenzy resistance actually does help, which is really nice, you know. So that's always a good thing. Okay. No, sedatives are used to cure frenzy in Bloodborne, which is actually pretty weird when you think about it that way. Okay. Okay, so village, let's go back. And I think now that we're already here, we might as well just fight Corrupted Monk and get it over with. Though there is one more annoying mini boss here, which I absolutely detest because I'm incredibly trash at fighting her. So, and y'all will see why. But we're just gonna run through these enemies. There's just no point in fighting them all. Like I said, unless y'all want the skill points, go for it. But I personally don't care too much in fighting these guys. Fuck. Okay, this is actually the first time I've encountered this. To be honest, I don't know who the hell this is. Another crying NPC. Basket wearer Shosuke? This is actually the first time I've encountered this NPC. I didn't even know about his existence. This is funny. They all fear fire. Interesting. So I guess the flame vent will come in handy here. Wild animal meat. I hope he cooks that shit. Oh, that guy I know, but I never knew about this Shosuke guy. Recalls his time in Central Yarnum. Of course he's gonna have a fucking fear of, you know, torches and fire and shit. Alright, Shosuke, I'm gonna leave you alone. But how the fuck do I get out of here? Makes sense. Alright, so from here, I guess, there's another gourd seed, but this one pretty tricky to get. I swear to God, dude. Stop your shit, bro. Okay. So this gourd seed is tricky because if you go to that field over there, there's actually one of those villagers is underground and it grabs you by your feet. And he holds you in place for a couple of seconds, which gives them an opportunity to hit you, which is why we're definitely just gonna gun through this because I am not about to risk getting hit by that motherfucker. So, no, that's the fuck no. See, when you see that red kanji sign, is because he's gonna get you, and that's exactly what you don't want to happen because no. So yeah, to just gun this shit. Fuck no. Don't even, I'd say don't even try fighting anything because there's no point. Okay, so that's our second gourd seed. That's awesome. Okay. So now let's go back to Emma just to get 8 gourds. So just 2 more to go and we should be awesome. Okay. Alright, now we have 8, so that's awesome. The more the merrier. I just love how that's like the one thing all Souls games have in common. Everybody fears fire. I love it so much. Okay, so now we're going to fight, in my opinion, one of the most irritating mini bosses in this game. I absolutely hate her, and quite frankly, I'm trash at fighting her, so I'm definitely gonna die on this fight, for sure. You got yourself slashed, didn't you? Well, let's go meet this player, shall we? So she is called Orin of the Water. Now, you don't have to fight her to advance, because further up ahead is the Corrupted Monk, which is actually the main boss in this level. But if you want to get the prayer, all the prayer beads, you would have to fight her. Now, she is quite tricky to fight. If you just run past her, she will try to attack you, but then she'll stop running after you. But we're going to talk to her. Man, those flamethrowers sound pretty awesome. If I had a flamethrower like that in this game, I would have easily have beaten this game my first playthrough. Shit. So her DMs are getting ignored, and that's why she's sad and playing this sad song in the middle of nowhere. That's terrible. So here's where she starts attacking you, because she thinks you're hiding, you know, her lord from her. Like, yeah, so with her, she's a very difficult fight, because she's very agile, and she inflicts a lot of posture damage on you, which I have no idea why, but she does, which is so annoying. Bitch. Oh god, how the hell? That was lucky as shit. Okatsu was easier than this hoe. I'm gonna let you know right now. Woo! Oh god, why did I not jump that? I wonder. Ow. The fuck away from me. What's hard about this fight is trying to like get good distance to heal because she closes up gaps so fast. That's what makes her pretty difficult. And like I said, she takes a shitload of your posture. Ow. And health, apparently. Bitch. Alright, that's one phase. Luckily. Here we go. I'm actually not doing as bad as I thought I was going to do. Because I'm not good at fighting her, so... Bitch. Now, there is a way to cheese her by using the Mortal Blade, which I have done because honestly, fighting her like this just makes me incredibly impatient because I'm complete trash at fighting her. But for some reason, I'm not doing too horrible right now. Woo. Yeah, I'm gonna heal because honestly, if she hits me by accident, I might die, so... Bitch. You know what's funny? I actually have not practiced this fight that much because I only did her normally like the very first time. Every other time I just cheesed her because I could not stand her ass. Don't try to grab me. Fuck is you doing? That's sexual harassment. I'm not your lord. Oh no no! Oh god. See, she breaks posture really fast. Ay 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 ay. Jesus. Okay, I can't see vines. Come on. Ow. Ah, you bitch. That was a lucky iframe. Woo! I almost forgot to jump there. That would have been very scary. Ow! Okay, that's my last of my gourds. Jesus Christ. Let's hope I don't die. Bitch. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Yay! Holy shit! Alright! Yeah, that side sweep is, I said, she's a very tough fight. I'm not great at fighting her, but I actually did it on my first go, which is fucking awesome. Jesus. Hey. Alright, so I forgot you get this skill from her actually, so yeah, it is pretty important to fight her aside from just a prayer bead. So yeah, it's lit. So that's O-ring. It's not, I didn't, you know, demonstrate the best fight for her, but it's something. Yes, buddy, I'm right here. So I played Cupid. Well, he died, so rest in peace. Now, by completing his questline, he actually gives you a very interesting item. So, which is... here it is. So this Jesus statue actually helps you recover resurrective power. So let's say like if you die during a boss fight, you tend to lose your resurrection, you know. So using this will restore 1 meter of your resurrection power. So you could die again and still resurrect, which is really helpful. But you only get 1 of these in each playthrough. If you complete his quest line, that is. You know, so I guess if you wanted that item, it would be important to go through all this, you know. So, yeah. So now we're going to fight the main boss here, which is Corrupted Monk, which honestly is one of my favorite boss fights. So let's see. I'm gonna need the white confetti for her, so pretty much in a way it's like the gold orbs in Devil May Cry. You know, if you die you can use that instead of red orbs. Yeah. Now we're gonna get another prayer bead while we're at it before we go to the boss itself. So we're going to go to this house here, which is where the priest of the village lives actually. So we're gonna go down here. And up here, let's see. So this is a creepy priest that was giving everybody the sake in the village, because his hope is to be able to turn into a citizen of the Fountainhead Palace, which is the last area of the game, which we won't obtain until we defeat a certain boss. So yeah, we'll definitely discover that along the way. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave him to a stupa. There we go. So that's another prayer bead. So that's nice. Now we can just go on our merry way. Okay, so I got everything I need. Here we go. Divine confetti. Here we go. Corrupted monk. Now, corrupted monk can be a difficult fight because she hits really hard. And she's a spear user, so obviously spears in this game are merciless. So yeah, you would try to deflect all her moves, like anything. And yeah, that is Percy doing his shit. Percy's out here in his litter box, so... Ow! Okay, I actually did block that, so... Alright. Go for it, monk. Oh yeah. Sometimes he's a good kitty, sometimes he's a little bastard. But then again, what cat doesn't have his, you know, moments of rebelliousness? Ow. Okay. And that's Corrupted Monk. She's not a horribly difficult fight if you can learn how to deflect all her moves and, you know, jump when you need to, obviously. But yeah, in the beginning she can be tricky. Like I said, she hits super hard. and she does inflict a lot of posture damage to you. So you get the Mibu breathing technique, a secret method of breathing known as Mibu breathing technique. This latent skill allows one to dive underwater, as well as breathe underwater indefinitely. Developed by the founder of Mibu Village, those who seek to join the procession must master the Mibu breathing technique. Without it, the divine dragon cannot be met. So now we can actually dive underwater and get stuff from, you know, lakes or little puddles that we've missed and shit, which is necessary because I think there is a prayer bead in this area, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I need one more prayer bead. So now we got one more memory. Yeah, she's a pretty straightforward boss fight, you know, just need to learn her attack patterns, jump when you need to, Mikiri counter when you need to, deflect, and, you know, try to recover your own posture meter so it won't fill up and, you know, you get staggered for those couple of seconds and get hit. So yeah, it's all, you know, just practice. So I think I'm gonna get the potency simply because I want more medicine recovery, and I think I might get the more spirit emblems obtained. So from here we get the, I think it's called the Sakura stone, which is one of the items needed to light the essence that will take you to the Fountainhead Palace. Shelter stone, that's where it goes, Sakura stone. I don't know what the fuck I got that from. Yeah, stone found on an altar deep within the village of the water dwellers. Stones will sometimes appear in the bodies of those who have long drank from the Fountainhead waters. Step into the marital shrine and offer the fragrant, auspicious stone, one of the incense ingredients sought by the divine heir for immortal severance. So from here, you cannot access this right now, which we'll need later on, but we need another critical item before we can do this. So for now, we're going to go to Kuro's room again and show him the stone. We could do that or just go straight to Garden 8, but I'm gonna go to his room just because why not? Okay. Where is he? There he is. An old note left by the Okami clan, who sought to reach the divine realm. A fragrant stone enshrined in a village within the depths of Ashina. One must throw oneself for it to be found. With this, the Fountainhead fragrance is complete. Let us depart now to the divine realm. Well, this is referring to the stone that we just got, so...
私の方も新たに必要な法が分かった。
そうか。
流雲の巫女の血、つまり私の血だ。
クレア様の血です。それは守れないはず
だが、源一郎殿の居室で武尊様の故障の式を見つけてな。何か血を流す術があるようなのじゃ。ひとまずこれをそなたに渡しておこう。
Lord Takru held his arm over the incense burner and attempted to cut it with his sword, but incredibly, his wound healed instantly, and not a drop of blood was shed. Lady Tomoe said, "Without it, your blood cannot be spilled." What could she be referring to, I wonder?
我が血を流す術。
エメドの聞くのはどうでしょう。
クスシなら人の体に明るいと。確かにそなたの言う通りかもしれんな。
お主に尋ねたこととは。
はい。何でしょうか。
巫女様の血を流す術だ。
何故それを求めるのです。
選挙に竜の涙を手に入れ不死の地を果たす。そのために巫女様の血がいるのだ。
確かに流雲の巫女の血は尋常の方法では流れません。ですがあなたはそれをなす術をお持ちです。
不思議。
はい、こちら。
Part of the Book of Immortal Severance left behind by Takeru. With mortal blade in hand, my blood may be shed. With my blood, the aroma will be complete. The divine realm will be in reach. Immortal Severance will be at hand. I must ask Tomoe to assist with the beheading.
しりならば流雲の巫女の傷を負わせ血を流すことが可能でしょう。
分かった。これで不死の地。また一つ進む。巫女様にお伝えしよう。
狼、その背中の刀はもしや。
不思議にございます。
それは死なぬ者を殺すという刀か。
おい、先方寺に落ちの巫女が授かりました。
落ちの巫女。
先方寺にたちはそうさせて死なずの環境に逃げされていました。その末に言われた偽りの流儀を持つ者、それが落ちの巫女たちです。
偽りの流因、そのようなものが。待て、巫女たちと言ったか。
多くの落ちの巫女が作られ、さだ生き残ったのはただ一人ございます。
流因はやはり人のありようを歪めてしまうか。不死だちなさねばな。
Okay, so now we got all that dialogue out of the way. The next step would be to get the last item, which would be a lotus flower. I think that's what it is. And we'd have to fight Guardian Ape. Now, I'm not sure if I really want to fight him right now. So it is pretty late in my time. But I suppose we could just go to his idol and try to take him on, which I think I will. I mean, I don't see the point of stalling it, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to defeat Guardian Ape. Now, I'm not amazing at this fight, but I'm gonna do my best. That's all I can do. Alright, so Guardian Ape. I'm gonna need... Definitely gonna need that. Okay, let's do this. Ape is a pretty difficult fight because he has a lot of movesets. Like, he can throw shit at you, which poisons you, so I would not recommend getting hit by that. And he also farts in your face if you're behind him, which is incredibly disgusting. So, yeah, don't get hit by any of those shits because it's not worth the poison buildup. Also, when you see that, just jump over his arm. Try to block all his attacks if you can. Even though it's pretty hard because he hits really hard. Come on. There we go. Come on. Alright. Come on. Fuck my life. Come on. Give me your shit. There we go. Hey, ow! Okay. Go, come on. Avoid getting hit by shit. Obviously that's disgusting. Come on. Not too bad, actually. But the Guardian Ape is a fucking troll because you think that you defeat him, right? Because you see the Shinobi execution shit, so you realize, oh yeah, I beat his ass. Awesome. But then he stands up with his decapitated head in his hand and starts attacking you on second phase. And this phase, I think, is a lot harder because he has a sword. And he has that AoE attack, which you should get very far away from because it does inflict terror damage. Ow. Now, you don't particularly need Divine Confetti to actually hit him, but it does increase the damage to him, so I definitely recommend using it. Come on. Always deflect, last minute for that. Get away from him. Huge AoE. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, this... I remember the first time I fought Guardian Ape, I was like, what the fuck? Here I thought it was the end of the fight, and nope. Ow. Bitch. Absolutely not. AoE. we go back. See, this is why. Sidestep last minute when he does that. But yeah, you never want to stay too close at all because jump over that. That should do it. There we go. God, I fucking hate centipedes. Fucking disgusting. So yeah, that's Guardian Ape. That was pretty decent, to be honest. And you get a prosthetic tool from him, which will be a very necessary tool in a endgame boss fight. So yeah, we're not gonna encounter that one until way later. So this is the pivotal moment in the game, I would say, because here, when you defeat Corrupted Monk and Guardian Ape, it actually locks out. If you travel and go to Ashina Castle, or is it? Yeah, it is. But it's not. Oh yeah, you have to get the flower first. When you get the flower, that's when it locks out Ashina Castle. So the Lotus of the Palace, a white lotus flower found blooming in the depths of the Sunken Valley, where the fountainhead waters pooled deeply. The flower's aroma attracts female apes, thus the guardian ape carefully tended to it, so as to offer it to his bride, one of the incense ingredients sought by the divine heir for immortal severance. So after you get this, so now that you have this and the shelter stone, when you go back to the idol and try to go back to Kuro's room, you're gonna realize that you can't go back to it. So the sculpture idol is unavailable until it is communed with again. So here, Ashina Castle is completely locked out again, and you have to traverse it as though it were the first time. So the only place you can go to is the abandoned dungeon entrance, which is really fucking annoying. 'Cause I'm like, oh, it was already hard going through Ashina Castle one time, and you have to go through it again with a different swarm of enemies, which is even more annoying. So yeah, it's just bad, but that's how the game works apparently. But I think I'm going to save this part for tomorrow instead, because I am pretty exhausted and it is pretty late already. So I think I'm gonna stop it here. That way I could show everything important tomorrow instead. So I'm gonna stop here, but luckily we got to 3 boss fights, which I wasn't expecting to do to begin with. I was just gonna do Senpu Temple, but that's how we do. Actually no, I'm gonna do one more thing before I get out of here. So I'm gonna go back to Senpu Temple, and I'm going to kill one of the secret bosses in this game before anything else. So then I'll call it a night. Okay, so we're gonna go to the little guy over here with the kite. Ow. Okay. So on him, we're going to use a puppeteer jutsu on him so that he could get that kite flying and keep it up in the air, because we are going to need that. Okay. Okay. So luckily when we go there, it's gonna stay. That's a good thing. Some more gathering sugars. Awesome. Okay. So we're just gonna just run through everything because there's really no point in fighting these enemies again, so we're just gonna run through it. Okay, just got trapped by a tree. Awesome. Okay. The fuck off me, bug. I'm gonna go up here, this big tree again, and that's where the kite should be that the little guy flew. So we're going to grapple onto that and come over here, which is the only way you'll be able to get over here to begin with. So I'm gonna fall down here. This. Okay.
Ashina の城にでも戻るとするかね。どこだろうが、この寺よりはマシってもんだ。
Okay, so we're just gonna unlock this idol, and then we're going to kill the secret boss. So let's do there. Okay. So after you have gone through that bridge incident with the snake, the secret boss is actually killing him. So the cool thing is that it's not a direct fight, you just perform a death blow on his head. So all you do is just fall down and just slam on his head. And that's how you kill the damn snake. Just a little anticlimactic, but it still looks pretty cool anyway. So this is where you get the fresh serpent viscera. So we already got the dried one from the snake in the cave, and this is the fresh one. So we already got the two persimmon-like heart fruits, I guess you would say. So you would need those two for the return ending, as I've mentioned before. So yeah, those are the key items for that, at least. Now here, I actually don't even know if there's a way to go down there. So I guess I could just homeward idle back. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go back to the sculpture, see what I can upgrade, and yeah. Should be dandy. Oh, and another interesting thing, after you defeat Corrupted Monk, you can buy divine confetti. So you can buy it from him, which is interesting. After a while it will appear, but for now it's not appear yet, but it will. You know, and the cool thing that it's infinite. It's not a limited amount like most of the items in the merchants have. So that's also pretty cool.
前さんの忍び技師に仕込んでやる。
There's nothing I can upgrade still, so well, at least we got that fixed. Okay, so I'm gonna end this stream here, and I'm definitely gonna stream earlier tomorrow. I didn't today because shit happened, and I did go watch Endgame with my friend today, so I got home pretty late because of that. But yeah, tomorrow I'll definitely stream a lot earlier, and I'll continue from this point on. So thank you all so much for watching, for coming and joining me in my stream again. And also sorry that I did not have the energy to stream last week. I wanted to, but shit happens. Like, my life is a complete mess, so I just try to do my best with it. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. I hope you all have a good night, and hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow. So thank you all so much.